I understand this is... we're in business. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. We're now ready to start the ceremony for the breakthrough of this, the Western Harbour Tunnel. I'd like to... Thank you. I'd like to invite our two principal guests to join me on the stage. Mr. Robert Adams, Chairman of the Western Harbour Tunnel Company, and Mr. Kenneth Lung, the Director of Highways. I'd now like to call upon the senior representatives of Nishimatsu, Mr. Yanagisawa, and Kumigai-gumi, Mr. Fuji, to actually perform the breakthrough. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'd now like to ask our representatives and our guests to say a few words to the Assembly here. Perhaps initially call for Mr. Yanagisawa, Executive Vice President of Nishimatsu and Chairman of the joint venture, to address you. Mr. Yanagisawa.
Mr. Kenneth John, Mr. Robert Adams, Mr. Yasunori Fuji, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure as Chairman of Nishimatsu Kumagai Joint Venture to welcome you to the official breakthrough ceremony for the Western Harbour crossing. Today is a most important milestone in the development of the essential and vital part of the airport core project, which will link Hong Kong Island to replacement airport. The Western Harbour crossing is one of the largest civil engineering projects ever undertaken in Hong Kong.
Thank you, Yanagisawa-san, for those words. I'd now like to invite the Senior Managing Director of Kumigai-gumi, Mr. Fuji, also to say a few words. Mr. Fuji.
Mr. Kenneth Leung, Director of Highways, Mr. Robert Adams, WHTC Chairman, Mr. Yanagisawa, Nishimatsu Kumagai Joint Venture Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to have the opportunity to address you all this morning at this Western Harbour Crossing Breakthrough Ceremony. This undersea road tunnel is the first dual 3-lane immersed tube road crossing in Hong Kong. The overall length of the immersed tube is 1.36 kilometers, made up of 12 individual units, each 113.5 meters long and weighing approximately 35,000 tons. The units were fabricated to high tolerances in the casting basin at Sept Quarry and towed 27 kilometers to their final location, where they were carefully lowered to the seabed and joined together. Marks a very significant milestone in the construction of the Western Harbour crossing, and it is a credit to the commitment and the professionalism of all those involved in this very daunting task. It therefore gives me great pleasure to offer my personal congratulations and join with you all in the celebration of this fine achievement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fuji. All projects of this kind need a client, and we've been fortunate to have a very good client working with us, which makes our job very much easier. I'd like to invite Mr. Robert Adams, Chairman of the Tunnel Company, to address you.
Thank you. Today's breakthrough ceremony puts us in the final phase of a major project in Hong Kong. Mr. Yanagisawa and Mr. Fuji have pointed out that this is one of the largest civil engineering projects in Hong Kong. This is also the largest single transportation project ever undertaken by the private sector in Hong Kong. A double first. The Western Harbour Tunnel project is not just a tunnel, but also is an additional road system for Hong Kong. Indeed, as Mr. Fuji has pointed out, the tunnel portion is only 1.36 kilometers long. But the total project involves over 10 kilometers of road work. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate and thank Nishimatsu Kumagai Joint Venture, together with the subcontractors, designers, and project managers. Everybody has worked very hard to bring such a large and complicated project in ahead of time, over 75%. This will go a long way to help reduce the heavy traffic congestion due to the severe capacity constraints on the existing 2 cross-harbor tunnels, and will allow people to travel faster and more efficiently. Speed is an important issue here, for we are all aware that time is money, and this is even more so in a place like Hong Kong. At this time, we would also like to thank all those in government who have worked alongside us. As I said before, with our own works being well advanced, we are targeting completion for some time in April 1997. We now need to look to government to ensure that other projects, and especially the West Kowloon Expressway connections, will allow our contractors, Nishimatsu Kumagai, to interconnect our facilities to these other interface projects. I'm confident Mr. Lum and his team will continue in the excellent support we've obtained so far in ensuring this when he speaks. Lastly,
thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. We now come to the traditional Chinese ceremonies, starting with the offering of thanks, followed by the cutting of the roast pig. I would ask our guests, and Mr. Yanagi-san, Mr. Fuji, to proceed to the table at the end. Raymond, could you assist, please? Thank you, gentlemen. We now move on to the cutting of the roast pigs. We have 3 roast pigs here. Rest assured they will be served after the cutting at the barbecue. Gentlemen, I ask our guests to return to the seats. Mr. Yanagi-san, if he could now bring the traditional lion to life by dotting the I.
等我台。
To conclude the ceremony, no such breakthrough involving Japanese contractors, particularly leading contractors such as Nishimatsu and Kumagai, will be complete without the breaking of the sake barrel. Could I ask Mr. Adams, Mr. Long to join Nagasawa-san and Fuji-san in the breaking of the barrel, please? Could we have the mallets, please? You're ready, gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. We will now serve the sake in the traditional pine boxes, which can be kept by you as a souvenir of this occasion. Please don't drink it too quickly. I would like to ask Mr. Fuji to give a toast once everybody here has been served. For those who may be getting a little worried at the back, there are some tables at the back of the tunnel with some extra sake, so if you could help yourself, please. We will have the toast in a few minutes. Thank you.